Have you ever wondered what really makes a carpet feel amazing? Today, we're diving straight into the hidden, absolutely critical world of carpet padding that lies right beneath your feet. It's a topic we honestly rarely think about, but what we're talking about today is the literal foundation of your home's comfort. So often we get completely swept up in the look and feel of the surface layer, right? But the true magic? Well, that happens entirely out of sight.
So let me ask you a quick question to kick things off. What actually determines how long your carpet lasts? Now, while most of us get totally distracted by the color, the pattern, or how incredibly soft it feels on our toes, the unseen foundation of your carpet is what actually dictates whether your investment lasts a measly 5 years or a solid 15. It's not just about what you see, it's about what's supporting every single step you take.
Here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to cover the unseen carpet hero. Check out the thickness and density rules, explore upgrades for moisture and sound, dive into the radiant heat upgrade, and then wrap it all up with installation and safety limits. Let's get right into it.
Starting with Section 1, the unseen carpet hero. This is your true foundation.
Basically, carpet padding is a resilient underlayment that acts exactly like a shock absorber for your floors. Without this firm base taking the hit, everyday foot traffic literally crushes your carpet fibers right up against the hard subfloor beneath it. And over time, that friction creates those sad, bald spots, frayed edges, and deep, ugly wrinkles you often see in older homes. It's the padding that takes the beating, so your carpet doesn't have to.
Moving on to Section 2, thickness and density rules, because when it comes to support, there are definitely rules.
You might assume that thicker is always better, right? Well, actually, standard residential carpets perform best with a specific 7/16" pad. This keeps things from feeling unstable or mushy. You definitely don't want to feel like you're walking on a giant marshmallow. Go too thick, and the carpet can literally pop off the tack strips along the wall. But get this, low-pile and tight-looped Berber carpets require a much firmer 3/8" maximum padding. If you go over that 3/8" limit, the carpet is going to buckle, ripple, and pull apart at the seams the second you put heavy furniture on it. It's actually a super precise science.
And then there's density, which is all about weight and support, not the height. Think of a 6-pound pad, kind of like a cheap mattress. Sure, it might give you a soft initial feel, but it's going to collapse quickly under pressure, so you really only want to use it in low-traffic rooms. Now, step up to an 8-pound pad, and that stops your carpet from bottoming out in high-traffic areas. But for those really heavy-duty zones, a 10-pound pad acts like commercial-grade suspension for busy hallways, easily handling heavy furniture without leaving those permanent deep indents that drive us all crazy.
But listen, when it comes to stairs, the rules change entirely. You absolutely must swap out that squishy comfort for a firm, low-profile pad. This is a strict necessity for safety. It keeps the stair edges solid and predictable, which drastically reduces the risk of someone slipping on a wobbly step. Safety first, for sure.
All right, Section 3, upgrades for moisture and sound. Let's look at some high-tech upgrades.
Major manufacturers like Shaw offer product tiers that completely revolutionize what your padding can actually do. Their value tier gives you standard Rebond foam, which is usually made from recycled scraps. But when you step up to the preferred and premium tiers, wow, these high-end pads offer memory foam and active 24-hour moisture barriers that physically stop spills from reaching the subfloor. This prevents hidden mold and those lingering odors. And here's the real kicker. Installing these premium pads can actually extend your branded carpet warranty by up to 10 extra years. That is a game changer.
And beyond just handling moisture, heavy, dense underlayments do incredible double duty for your home's environment. They act as extreme sound dampeners, literally swallowing the sound of footsteps and voices. They muffle noise traveling between multi-story floors, so no more hearing every single heavy footstep from the bedroom right above you. Plus, they provide vital thermal insulation, trapping the heat against those notoriously freezing concrete slabs. Which brings us to Section 4, the radiant heat upgrade, the absolute ultimate in luxury.
Have you ever considered heated carpets? Warmly Yours Environ-Mats are purpose-built floating heating mats that deliver 12 watts per square foot of gentle, perfectly carpet-safe warmth. For roughly $10 to $13 a square foot in material costs, they give you an amazing allergy-friendly heat system. Because it's radiant heat, it isn't blowing dust or allergens around like forced air systems do. Best of all, it installs without requiring any thin-set, mortar, or messy adhesives.
But you know what the most surprising part is? The cost. Running this radiant floor system in a standard 150 square foot bedroom costs a shockingly low 13 cents per hour. Think about that. You're getting unparalleled, cozy comfort for literally pennies to operate.
Now, to make this work safely, we do have to talk about R value, which is just a measure of thermal resistance. This is where you really need to pay attention to the specs. To successfully transfer this radiant heat up into your room, your carpet and pad must have a combined R value limit of 1.0 or lower based on North American standards. Essentially, this means you need a thin, low R value synthetic pad to let that warmth pass through safely without trapping the heat and dangerously overheating the system down below.
And that leads us right into Section 5, Installation and Safety Limits. Safety always comes first.
The absolute most important number you need to remember here is 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Radiant systems installed under carpet have a strict, non-negotiable maximum temperature limit of 85 degrees. This prevents the system from overheating and potentially ruining your flooring or melting the carpet fibers.
To seamlessly maintain that 85-degree limit, there are some pretty strict requirements. A dedicated floor sensor placed directly between the heating wires is absolutely mandatory, no exceptions. This sensor connects to a smart GFCI-protected thermostat, meaning it actively prevents electrical shocks so it can monitor the temperature continuously. The equipment also has to be CU-less listed, which simply means it's certified to top safety standards, and this specific setup is approved for U.S. carpet installations only.
The floating installation process is actually brilliant, and it's very methodical. You just clean the subfloor, roll out the mats following your custom layout plan, and then test the electrical resistance with an ohm meter to ensure all the wires are perfectly intact. After that, you layer your low R-value carpet pad directly on top and stretch the carpet right over it. The whole shebang happens with absolutely zero messy glue or cement involved.
However, I do need to point out that while rolling out the mat is super DIY-friendly for a lot of folks, there is one major, non-negotiable rule. Local building codes mandate that a licensed electrician must perform the final thermostat wiring, pull the necessary permits, and officially hook the system into your home's electrical circuit. This guarantees total safety and, of course, legal compliance. So we've gone on quite the journey today, from basic shock absorption all the way up to heated floors. Now that you know the hidden engineering beneath your feet and the huge difference between a cheap foam sponge and a heated, moisture-blocking foundation, how are you going to protect your next major flooring investment? Will you factor these unseen, game-changing luxuries into your next renovation budget? It's absolutely something you should think about before you roll out that new carpet. Thanks for hanging out with me on today's Explainer, and I hope this helps you make a solid, incredibly comfortable choice for your home.